My Buddhism practice started with a miracle. It seemed that an angel carried this message all the way from my dad to me. It was 2018 August when I was still going through the pain of losing my dad and was unable to accept that he is no longer there. That is when my friend with whom I lost connections 20 years back just popped up from nowhere. I was so happy and excited to see her. Before I could share anything to her, first thing I told her, "Do you know, Dad left me and I feel so alone now?" She goes, "Really? Your dad sent me especially for you and asked you to start chanting, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo." I'm like, "What is that?" She goes, "When time comes, I'll explain. You just start chanting without wasting time." Sometimes a ray of hope is all the sunshine you need. I was never a religious person, but this time I felt some cosmic power was ruling on me, and I decided to chant without knowing anything about this practice of Nichiren Buddhism. And then there was pandemic. I felt it was a devil attack which is stopping me to reach my goals. I continued my chanting and made one of my friends join me, because in Buddhism they say one should always chant in Sangha. Sangha means unity. When we practice together, the group energy helps us focus and uplift the mind beyond what we can do alone. At the same time, I tried to become an SGI member but had no luck because Dubai cannot register a new member. One needs to be transferred. In the meantime, challenges were piling up. No flights, I lost my job, no school admission, and yet to decide where to settle down depending my job and school location. Finally, in June when the flight started, I decided to jump into the ocean. Without knowing whether I would be able to swim, float, or sink, all I knew that I have that fierce power of Lotus Sutra. To start with my challenges, first step was to become a member of SGI. My luck favored me, and I was allowed to use my friend's address and become the member. Adding to the surprises, one member used to reside in the same building of mine, and she helped me to connect with all group leaders. Finally, I got the acceptance on the day of Mentor and Disciple, July 3rd. All the group members and leaders cheered me up with encouraging words and started chanting Daimoku for me. Then I started writing down my goals, my son's school admission, my Kosan-Rufu job, finding a house, lost 2 job offers because of my 14 days quarantine period. My days were limited and no sign of victory. All schools refused to give me admission, including the current school, because of no proof of address. At the same time, unable to rent an apartment without finalizing either of these two, a job or school. I used to sit and cry and chant whole day and whole night. I used to stroll at the cemetery, sit for hours, trying to connect with the dead souls as I was running out of time. Finally, I started losing hope and decided to give up and stop practicing. Suddenly, one bodhisattva from SGI group, whom I don't even know, got connected to me and shared her victory story and tells me, "What are you doing? Why giving up? You are halfway through. Get up and keep chanting. You will reach your goal." Again, I got energized and got motivated, and without even giving a day's break, I continued chanting. One Gosha line says, "Even if the things don't unfold the way you expected, don't be disheartened or give up. One who continues to advance will win in the end." My first victory. I received an email from the current school, principal writing to the coordinator, "I want this boy in our school. Please complete the admission process." The person who refused to give me admission had no choice, and they sent me all the forms, and they even accepted my friend's address to get his registrations done. My second victory, the house. My son chose a place which is within the proximity of the school. I came to see the place, but the apartment was not available before 5th September, and the school was starting from 7th September. The next morning, I received the email that we can give you the apartment whenever you want. I was spellbound. My third victory. I started placing order for the furnitures. There was no stock available, and the delivery date was only 7th September or after. I was wondering how we will sleep with no mattress, no bed, and it's getting cold. I come to claim the apartment on 1st and find all my furnitures including mattress, bed, everything were delivered before time with no email notifications. One after another, things started moving smoothly. My another victory just came this week when I find people are waiting to register themselves for family doctor for years. I receive an email from my family doctor referring me to a doctor who is accepting patients, and I managed to get a family doctor for my son right away, whereas Canada Health Network also had no information about this doctor. Finally, this Gosho lines proved, when we plant the seed of happiness that is faith and carefully tends its growth, it will produce fruit without fail. We have to bear in mind, however, that we cannot plant a seed today and expect it to bear fruit tomorrow.